What's up, everybody? This is podcast Gameoverse episode 121, Saturday, October 8th, 2022. I am Wasabi Ice Cream, joined as always my dude Rick. What's up?
Yo, what's up, everybody? We got a good show coming up. Not too much happened, but literally, like just the other day, we got some pretty big. We got a really fun trailer. I'm excited to talk about. But first, let's start. We always start, man. Tell the people what you've been playing.
Overwatch 2.
Yes,
You
how
heard
is
of
it?
this? You heard of this game? It's
I,
okay, so here's the thing. All right. So let me
all
let me just
right.
be I'm not I've been out of the Overwatch loop for quite some time.
I never
Quite
even
some
got into
time.
the Overwatch loop, so
You should. It's a fantastic game.
yeah, I'm sure it is. I don't know. When it came out, I was playing other games. And it looked good, but I'm playing other stuff right now. I don't have the time to like get into this. I just never did.
Overwatch 2, still a fantastic game, mostly
Yeah.
because it's Overwatch 1. I don't know what the 2 means. I don't know what the 2 means. From what I understand, they've done a lot of balancing, reworks to abilities, just a lot of tweaks. Basically, you know how like in a fighting game they tweak all the fighters to make everyone feel more balanced. It's balancing. They did a lot of balancing in this Overwatch 2 game. And that's like basically it. That's like the only thing they've done. I was under the assumption that the 2 meant that I was under the assumption that there was a new game mode coming. I could have sworn there was a campaign coming.
I thought there was a campaign coming with this.
A campaign, like a co-op PvE campaign. Loaded this game up. Was like, oh, I'm excited to get into this campaign, man. Could not find a mode. And I was like, oh, maybe it's just like in a different menu. Or as far as I know, as far as I can tell, it's not in the game. So I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused.
Overwatch 2 is free to play. I forgot about that.
It's free to play, so you can play it right now, and you should. It's a very fun game, very good game.
I might
Uh,
actually check that out now since it's free to play.
yeah, I'm not.
It's
I'm not. So I've been out of it for quite some time, and they've changed everyone. They've added so many characters. Everyone's different now, so
yeah.
I'm a lot more rustier than I used to be. I used to be okay at this game, but not so much anymore.
Was any like I know it was mostly cosmetics and stuff, but does any of that like carry over to Overwatch 2 or are you starting
Everything
like
carries
from zero?
over.
Okay, that's good.
Basically, it's Overwatch. If they should change the name to Overwatch version 2.0 is what they should do
Because like
because
Overwatch.
it's that game. They shut that game down and put this out, and it's only this now. There's no Overwatch anymore. They should just call it Overwatch or call it Overwatch version 2.0 because it is that game, just it's updated into this. So that game, everything transfers over. Even if you played on console and you're playing on PC now, you can link your console account. All of that shit transfers
That's
over.
cool.
Yeah. So, but I went into it. I thought there was a campaign. I don't think it's in there, or I can't find it because it's not in there. So that was
Sworn they
confusing.
talked about a campaign. Like
That was supposed to be the thing. I thought, but I don't. I guess the game's
according to Google, it's coming. It's just not out yet.
okay.
But it
But
is a thing that's supposed to be happening.
that's a bit of a bummer. But so yeah, I played a couple matches and I was like, yeah, this is Overwatch, so I'm done. But in my search for the campaign, I actually found okay, so this has been in the game for I guess a while now, and I'm just now discovering. But there's custom
Okay.
matches, there's custom
Yeah.
games. So if you ever played Unreal Tournament and you messed around with that game's like server browser and like custom matches in that game, like some dedicated servers,
Yeah.
you would have discovered like games like I don't know, like RPG or survival modes and like shit like that.
Yeah.
Um, mutators is what Unreal calls them. Uh, Overwatch has that, and I had no idea.
Oh shit, that's cool.
So last I found out about this last night, and then spent like 3 hours uh just fucking around with the custom maps, the custom like game creator, because it's so you can do a lot of shit. Right now they have it disabled, but they have like a whole scripting platform. Uh, I forget what the hell it's called. It's called like it's called like M something.
Scripting platform. What does that mean? What does
It's a
that
whole
do?
scripting so you can create completely new games in Overwatch in the custom game creator. Uh, and it's hard to explain, but they've got it like so. One of the popular modes is like a zombie survival. Like some guys just straight up remade Call of Duty Zombies in Overwatch,
Wait,
like
what?
straight up. Uh, and not like there's like an RPG mode where like the more kills you get, the bigger you get, and the stronger you get. Like you get experience points and you level up, and you can spend your experience points on like abilities, and you can use those abilities, and like shit gets different. Um, I created last night. I created a instajib mode, instajib low gravity, straight up from Unreal Tournament. Uh, I created that last night, and I started a matchup, and people jumped in, dude. People like actually jumped in. I had like 8 dudes in the match, and we were just playing instajib. It was crazy. I was like, this is fucking. And I played that more. I play that more than anything else in this fucking, because everything else is just
Cool.
Overwatch. So like, I'm
That is
like,
cool. I didn't know there was like variations to like the
neither did I.
hero like MOBA style like
Neither
game
did
that's
I.
already there.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's like
I
the
might
most
actually
fun.
check that out now. Can you actually? So now I know playing like the base game, you can unlock like points or something to buy loot boxes. You can't do that with custom games, right? Those are just for fun.
Um, I maybe in some modes. It's called a workshop. Workshop. There's a website you can go to, workshop.codes. I'll post that in the chat for anyone that wants to. But if you look on there, this shit, yeah, there's zombie survival, there's parkour modes. Um, here's the one I made, Instajib Low Gravity. I'll post that link in there if anyone wants to try that out. But yeah, there's just all kinds of shit, man. I'm looking at this and I'm like, how long has this been a thing and I didn't know about it? Cause
That's
it's
really crazy. Like how much stuff there is. Like 'cause it's funny you bring that up because I was just watching a video a couple weeks ago about Halo Infinite's new Forge mode.
yeah,
And that's like the same that you can create custom game modes on top of like forging your own maps. And it's like a very detailed like editor. Like some dude recreated the Toy Story room in Halo
yeah,
Forge.
yeah. I
And
saw
it's
that.
like perfect. Yeah, and it's like perfect. Like I don't it looks like a Disney Pixar thing. Like when you get closer in, you can see like the models, like they use the stuff to make them, but for the most part, it's like this is really cool. Like
Yeah. So their thing is called the workshop, and the workshop is basically you can go in and it's like a whole scripting engine where you can just go in, and if you're good with like scripting and shit, you get there's like GitHub projects of people just have just entirely they just completely change the fucking game and turn it into something completely different. Right now in Overwatch 2, the workshop is disabled. You can still make custom game modes, but you can't utilize the workshop yet. So once the workshop comes out, I'm thinking I'm gonna go in there and like really turn this like turn this Instagib mode I made into some like straight up just make it Unreal Tournament.
now you
Because
can't make like it's not like Forge mode where you can make your own maps. You have to use the pre-existing maps in the game, right?
I think so. I'm not sure what's possible because right now like that whole thing is disabled in Overwatch 2, so you can't really unlock the full potential. But maybe they'll get there. Maybe that's something they have planned where you can just make your own maps and shit.
That would be cool. I would love to
But
see that. I've never even heard of that. How come
yeah,
no one's talking about that?
neither did I until I was looking for the co-op mode. I was looking for the campaign, and I stumbled on this, and I was like, "Oh, this is more than I was hoping for." It's straight. It just it throws me back to my like Unreal Tournament days, dude. I used to back in Unreal Tournament 3, which everyone hates, but I liked it because it was on consoles, and I could just use a controller, and
Yeah.
I would set up a dedicated server on my console of Instagib low gravity, and I would just leave it running so people could just play it like 24/7. And then that's just what I would do. Unfortunately, in Overwatch, I don't think there's any way to do that. There's no like way to just set up a dedicated server so people can just play your mode. But you can put the code out. So that's the code for the mode that I made, and you can put the code out and people can just play it, or you can just set up a match and say, "Hey, I want people to be able to, I want people to just be able to play this."
That's cool.
You can just put the code out. So, um, yeah, and it was fun, dude. I made the match, and then people just jumped in on console, on PC, whatever they were doing. They just jumped in, and you could tell people knew what the mode was. Because if you know what Instagib is, you know what it is, and yeah, you
I
can
was gonna
tell.
say like these are like OGs, like these are
Yeah,
real
yeah,
OGs that like they see Instagib low graphic and they hop in just based on that description.
yeah. So yeah, people jumped in, and people were nasty as expected. Uh, and yeah, it's just yeah, it was something that I was not
That is
expecting.
cool.
I was not expecting that out of
That
Overwatch.
is
So
cool. That is really cool. I didn't know Overwatch had any of that shit. I might actually like download it now, give that a shot.
it's really cool. But if you're not into that, it's still Overwatch.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's still Overwatch, so if you don't care about any of the workshop stuff, you can still just play Overwatch.
Yeah, it's just Overwatch. So maybe at some point they'll release the fucking campaign.
Since it's free to
I
play, I might actually give it a
one
shot
of the
then.
things I think there's still people were fucking with the servers.
Okay.
When I was running those custom matches, people kept getting like I kept getting disconnected. Everyone would just drop out the match, and it was a huge bummer because we were having so much fun, and then
It
like
sucks.
people would just drop out, and it was like, what the fuck is happening? So yeah,
Yeah, that
it
is a
was
bummer.
yeah, but yeah, it's fun. Overwatch 2, it's fun. So
Yeah, I'll check it out for sure then. I mean, it's free to play, so I ain't got nothing to waste but time.
it's free to play as long as you have a compatible mobile phone plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was I played a couple games. So first I want to start with a game I haven't talked about in a while. I didn't put it in the notes, so I'm gonna type it in right now. But
Oh,
I started replaying oh god, I forgot the name. RoboQuest. I started replaying RoboQuest again
yeah.
on Game Pass because they just released their Autumn update. They had a new update for it that changed a lot of the game again, but it wasn't on Game Pass yet, so I was waiting, and they just released it. Like this is a huge update. Like I reset all my wrenches. Wrenches like the resource you use to upgrade your base. It refunded me all my wrenches because of how much they changed to it. Like they basically just reset that skill tree. So the biggest difference is the base skill tree now. So instead of like actually going around the base and leveling stuff up, it's like a skill tree that you dump stuff into, and it kind of works like Borderlands skill trees where you have to dump enough stuff in the first tier to unlock the second tier. Doesn't matter what you dump points into, but when you dump enough points, second tier unlocks, dump points into that stuff. It works just like that. So it adds more like that Borderlands feel. But they changed how equipment works. So they took out that I think I told you they took out that color coded system. Remember, there was like assault weapons, like ranged weapons,
Yeah.
tech weapons, and if you got equipment, it added to that points for that type of weapon, so that you did more damage to that weapon. They changed that's gone now. So now they added a new thing. So all the weapons don't have a system now for that. So you can play whatever weapon you want. You don't have to worry about getting stuck with like just assault weapons or anything. That's all you dump your points into. But now when you level up and you can find what are called energy cells, and you use those cells to like upgrade the current weapons you found or to buy new perks as you play through. So things like increase distance you can pick stuff up. Get there's another perk when you get shot, you have a chance to like do like a rocket jump when you get shot. Little things like that kind of change the game up. It's less crazy than like some of the other stuff that the first equipment system had, but it's still a lot of fun and it's still a good game. Like there's nothing to complain about. Like it's still
Yeah.
fun as hell. It's very fast, really frantic. I love the updates into the perks. The commando is the robot I love playing with, and he got a bunch of different he got a bunch of different buffs to his base skill and his the abilities you can level up with them have more variety to them now. I'm having a lot of fun with this game, dude. Like it's still fucking great. They added some new bosses too that are really fun to play through. I like this game a lot. Like I've sung this game's praises every update. I talk about some of the cool new shit they've added.
Yeah.
This game is slowly becoming like this big thing I imagined when I first heard of it, and
RoboQuest
I love what I'm playing through.
It's dope. I'm glad they're still pushing out updates and keeping things fresh. Because
Yeah,
I try not to play too much of a game when it's in early access, just because I don't want to burn myself out on it before it even like releases fully. So
what I like is that they're doing updates in like big chunks, so it's not like,
yeah,
oh, I play the game, burn myself out, and then it's like, oh, here's like a new enemy. Like
yeah,
no, they completely like retool. Like here's how the base upgrading works. Here's new maps. Here's new bosses. New enemy types to fight. There's enemies that like caught me off guard because like you don't have a rhythm when I play the game. And when I run into an enemy, I'm like, what the fuck is that thing? Like, like they added all kinds of new shit to this game now that I have to like focus on. And I'm like, this is fucking exhilarating now. Like, I feel like I'm playing a new game because of how much stuff they added. Like, I don't know what to expect anymore, and I'm okay with it. Like, it's so much fun.
dope.
Yeah, this game is fun as hell. Like, I really like it. I'm gonna be playing this game a lot because I really like what I'm playing with it. Everyone tells me if I like this, I should play Gunfire Reborn, and I want to, but that's coming to
Yeah,
Game Pass later, so I'll play that when that comes out, or when that comes to Game Pass, I should say. But this game, what I like about this, it feels more like an old school like bunny hop shooter. Like you're constantly like running, jumping, constantly moving. I think that's why I like this so much. And from what I've been told, like Gunfire Reborn isn't that, but this is still a lot of fun, and I'm really happy that they're still updating it because I'm gonna be playing this game until it's done. I think this is gonna be the game that I follow till it's released, and it's on Game Pass. So it doesn't really take anything to play. And if you don't have Game Pass, the game's like $20. So
yeah.
there's a lot of content here for $20. Like this is, I still can't believe that's the asking price for this game. Like that's fucking insane with how much stuff there is to play in here.
Yeah, typically,
I don't know.
typically stuff in early access, they'll be in early access for cheap, and then once they like launch,
That's
they
got to
raise
be
the
what they're
price.
doing here then, because like I cannot tell you how many hours I've dumped in this game, but it must have been a lot. And what's cool with Game Pass is that it connects like the how long to beat details in the game description.
Yeah, they just added that.
Yeah, so if you look at RoboQuest, the main story is like 7 hours, and main and extras like 33. So I want to meet that in the middle, say maybe 15 to like beat it on your first like run. It'll probably take that long if you're not good at it, but I've dumped easily like I wish it would tell me how much time I put into this game, but easily I must have dumped in at least like 20 hours, 30 hours, easy. And I'm still like finding new shit to figure out about this. Like it's so much fun. This is such a fun game. And yeah, it's definitely worth it. This is a game I wanted to highlight because of like how much work is going into it. This is like an indie project I think most people should be looking at. And in less indie stuff, I played Cyberpunk still a great game. Don't have any complaints on it. We got a lot of Cyberpunk to talk about later, so I'll dump more into that. But it's still a fun game. I enjoy it. Have you watched the Edge Runners anime yet?
Nope.
You're fucking up, dude. Watch it. I need to talk to you about this.
I don't have time right now.
I
I'll
know,
get
I
to it
know.
though. I'll get to it.
It's good. It's worth it. And the next thing I want to go over, Deathloop. Still fun as hell. I was talking to my brother about it the other day, and I think I realized like why I like Deathloop so much. Because this, I think, with what Arcane is doing with their gameplay, their gameplay loop, I think Deathloop is the best way to like incorporate that. Because I remember playing through like Prey 2016, Dishonored, and because the games give you so much freedom to tackle the game how you want, it's really easy to like get overwhelmed. You know, the game can give you a mission like, oh, go get this key. And when you finally get to the room that has the key, then you start to notice, oh, there is a vent here. I could have crawled through a vent to get here. Oh, there's like a chandelier I could have swung from to get here. And you make a mental note of it. You're like, if I ever come back to this area or replay the game, I'll remember to do that. But you fucking don't, you know? Like, that's not what happens. With Deathloop, because it is, the game keeps repeating, because it's a roguelike, you can make those mental notes and you'll actually use them. Like you'll kill a visionary, and when you kill them, you're like, oh, there's a vent here. I could have crawled through this vent to get here. I'm gonna do that immediately on my next loop.
Yeah.
And it's so good because it forces you to like learn the areas, learn the levels, learn those shortcuts, but you're not under the pressure of like having to do it while you're playing through the main campaign. Because there's no pressure to do it, like you'll come back to this area later, there's actually incentive to like memorize those shortcuts and use them on your next playthrough. And that's something, I don't know if that was intentional, but that's fucking genius, because now I'm not having to like spend forever scoping out an area, planning my method of attack. I can just play through it, have fun with it, pick up those notes as I'm playing through it, and then implement that on my next run. It's so much fun. And that's what I love about this game, is that it lets you experiment and it rewards that experimentation, because even if you die, you're not like losing progress. Like everything you're doing is working towards something. Like it's so good. I love the way they're handling the roguelike elements in this game while still being able to tell a story. And because the levels are like preset levels, it's not randomized. The routes you can take are going to be the same every time. Maybe some enemy placements might change or something. Actually, I don't even think they do, because there's a lot of like maps I played through where the enemies seem to have the same conversations, do the same things. So I can memorize the stuff. It's really really cool. I like that a lot. Like I feel like a badass when I play through it, when I make mental notes of the stuff. This is a great fucking game, dude.
They
I
did
love
they
this game.
they did just come out and announce that it is actually part of, it's the same universe as
Dishonored, yeah,
Dishonored,
I heard
yeah.
about that. I've seen like fan theories about it, but it's cool to like actually get confirmation from them. I'll be honest, I only played the first Dishonored. I played it like once on the 360, like when it came out. So I haven't played it in a while. I haven't played the sequel or the Death of the Outsider like expansion at all. But this is making me want to get back into it. Like this game's so much fun. I love this game. This is definitely worth a. I can see why this game got Game of the Year. It's that much fun. I'm really having that much fun with it.
Okay, yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
see that myself, but you
yeah. I'm not even mad. I just feel bad for you.
know.
I feel bad. I want to help you. I wish I could, but I think you're beyond help, dude.
Yeah, I don't remember what else came out this year, but yeah, I remember this wasn't it for me. So
Yeah, I'm having fun with it. This is definitely hitting it for me. Um, yeah, I'm still going to be playing this. I'll probably be talking about this a lot. You know, when this as I play through more of it, and as I discover new cool shit. Moving on, we got some news to talk about. CG Projekt Red outlined their long-term project outlook. So those of you who don't know, the creators of Cyberpunk, the Witcher games, they released a like not a timeline, but like a hard like outlook at like what their future projects are. So right now, the Phantom Liberty expansion for Cyberpunk that's still being worked on. They got about 350 employees working on that. They're in their final product design phase. But the cool thing that they announced is that they announced Project Orion, which is a sequel to Cyberpunk 2077 that promises to prove the full power of the Cyberpunk universe's potential, which got me excited because Cyberpunk 2077 is fun, but there's
Yeah.
obviously like a lot of things holding it back. I think the biggest thing holding back Cyberpunk is the fact that they try to develop it on last gen hardware.
Yeah,
Like I think that
definitely.
was that was a huge detriment to it. So now with the sequel getting announced, and they announced that they're not working on anything last gen anymore, that got me excited. 'Cause I'm like, great, we're finally gonna see this game like realize like what it should have been with the sequel. And I'm excited for that. I'm really, really excited for that. They also announced the Witcher projects too, Project Sirius, Cyrus. It's a innovative take on the Witcher universe, telling an unforgettable story for existing Witcher fans and new audiences. They're in their pre-production phase. And it's being developed by the Molasses Flood. I don't know what that is. Should I know who that is?
Um, I have no idea.
Yeah,
I should have looked it up, but I didn't.
yeah,
So
yeah. It's 60 plus people working on that one right
it,
now. There's
it
also Project.
seems like
Yeah,
it's going to be a much smaller game, just in the
yeah,
Witcher universe. So
yeah. It seems like just how little people are working on it. They also have a story-driven open world RPG built on the legacy of Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. So I don't know if that means it's a sequel
this is the one
or
they
what.
announced already. I think this is the one
Yeah,
that's like the
this
real.
is a new Witcher game.
It's
It's like
the
Witcher 4.
Yeah, it's the start of a new trilogy. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's being developed by CD Projekt Red. It's got 150 people on it right now, which is cool. I would love to see what a next gen Witcher game, like a fully next gen Witcher game, looks like, or current gen, I should say. And then there's Project Canis Majoris, story driven single player open world RPG set in the Witcher universe, contracted by third party studio, led by ex Witcher veterans. A lot of Witcher projects coming out,
yeah. Here's
which,
uh,
yeah,
here's my
your take.
problem. So they're saying all three of these games. Well, they're saying once Polaris launches, all the other two games are supposed to release within like a 6 year period, which is probably doable, considering one of them seems much smaller, and then the other one's like they themselves are only working on one Witcher game, and then
Yeah.
the Cyberpunk game, and then also they announced like a third new IP that's not tied to Witcher or Cyberpunk.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's in the conceptual phase yet, so there's not active development on it yet. But
Yeah,
that's another thing that concerns me. Like, I got super excited. I was like, hey, cool. Cyberpunk, they're focusing on like current gen consoles. They're not like spreading out their workload too much. But they're also like working on a bunch of other projects at the same time. So I'm like,
yeah. That's the concern is that they're stretching themselves a little too thin. Maybe I don't know.
yeah,
Or
I'm
like
feeling that way too.
I feel like after Cyberpunk 2077's debacle,
Debacle. Yeah.
you could I think that you would think that they would try to focus on just straight up focus on one thing. So to like announce this stuff, I'm like, it's cool that you're doing all this, but can we can we focus on the thing you have out now, and let's
Yeah.
get that polished and like finished, and then maybe after that you can focus on maybe one thing, the next thing, and then see how that goes.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I'm hoping that it's not that big of a stretch for them because with Cyberpunk, they had the disadvantage of having to develop for last gen consoles. And I think they were building the engine as they were playing through the game or as they were developing the game, which I don't think that's fucking ever worked.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I'm hoping like that the engine's done. They're spending all their focus on current gen systems and PCs.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that we can get some actually polished games despite the massive production line they have. But I'm still like super worried. Like with what happened with Cyberpunk, I still got that taste in my mouth, dude. They can tell me like, oh, we're just focusing on current gen systems, the engine's done. Just because you have these other projects, it's going a lot smoother than what Cyberpunk was, but I'm still not going to believe it till I see it.
Yeah.
So as
I'm
excited
hoping.
as I am for the stuff, I'm not pre-ordering any of it. I'm not gonna get excited for it. I'm just gonna wait till it comes out and then make a judgment there based on like reviews and first impressions from other people.
Yeah. It's just the way people were talking about Cyberpunk before it came out. It was like, yeah, this is you ain't never seen anything like this. And then when it came out, you were like, oh no, they done fucked it up.
Yeah, I was really
I
excited to see what they were doing. Like, it made it seem like it was like this really action focused, like immersive sim almost.
yeah, but it had
And
everything you could dream of and more.
yeah,
And
which it
I
had a lot
hope,
of cool stuff. Don't get me wrong; it has cool stuff now, but it's not the game I was promised, though, at the end of the day. Even
yeah,
now, with all their updates, expansions, it's not the game I promised. I'm hoping Phantom Liberty like changes that, but
I don't think it
I don't
will.
know.
But maybe
I don't think it will
maybe
either.
the sequel will. Is what I'm saying. Like maybe
Yeah.
that's the one where like because of what they're saying is it will prove the full power and potential. So I'm like, okay,
All right.
so
Yeah.
that's gonna be the one then. Is what you're saying. So
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm definitely gonna check it out. It's not gonna be no matter how good those like trailers look, it's still not gonna be a day one buy for me. Like
yeah,
I'm lucky because I think I told you like Cyberpunk, I would have bought Cyberpunk 2077 day one if like my computer didn't break down on me when it was coming
yeah,
out.
yeah,
And like that kind of saved me from like spending like a $60 mistake. So I'm thankful in a small way that that happened. So I learned my lesson. I'm definitely gonna like wait, no matter how good these trailers look. I'm gonna wait for the game to come out, see what reviews to say, and I hope I don't wish anything bad. I hope it's good. I really do because I do enjoy Cyberpunk now with all the update stuff. Is it the game I was promised? No, but it's still a fun game. I'm still having fun with it. I have like over like 150 hours in that game. I think it's still a fun game. I'm having fun with it. So we'll see what this Project Orion ends up amounting to, but I'm still gonna wait until it actually comes out before I get excited for anything.
yeah.
Speaking of games, Game Pass is a bunch of games available now, coming out soon. Chivalry 2, Medieval Dynasty, The Walking Dead Season 1 and Season 2 are all available now on Game Pass. I didn't even know Walking Dead was coming to Game Pass. That was a surprise to me.
Yeah. Well, a lot of these they don't even announce until they happen.
Yeah.
So
And then we have some other releases. Costume Quest is coming out, console and cloud and console October 11th.
great game. Good
Um,
time.
Evil, Evil coming out October 11th. Dyson Sphere program October 13th. Scorn is dropping on cloud, PC, and Xbox Series X and S October 14th. That's a game I've been excited for a while. That's the
Yeah.
like horror FPS with inspirations from H.R. Geiger, the alien
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
So that's got me excited. I want to check that out. I'm definitely gonna play that October 14th once that drops, dude. A
People are
Plague Tale
calling it
Requiem.
people calling that game a first person shooter. I don't think it's a lot of focus on shooting, but
Yeah, there is shooting in it, but
yeah,
it's more of like an atmospheric horror game from what I've seen.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like there is shooting, but yeah, most of it's just like atmosphere and horror and stuff, which is fine. Don't get me wrong; it's still cool, but I'm gonna play it. Like, don't call it like a shooter because
yeah.
it's not focused on shooting.
That Evil game, that it sounds like an Among Us type game.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's launching on Game Pass, so this is not something, but it's like one of those multiplayer social deduction games. So
Oh yeah, it's one of those like I don't know what the term is called, like a wolf in sheep's clothing game. Like,
there's a murderer in the village, and you have to
yeah,
find out which player it is. Yeah, pretty cool.
that's really cool. Yeah, I can get into this. This sounds like fun. I can see myself getting into this. But yeah, we got quite a few games coming out for Game Pass. So I'm excited. Like we got a bunch of games coming up, so I can't wait till
Yeah,
these drop.
Plague Tale
Um,
also. Yeah, it's launching on
yeah,
Game Pass day one. That's gonna be dope.
which is great. Wasn't the first Plague Tale like a PlayStation exclusive?
No, no, it's
No,
on.
am I
That is
tripping?
on Game Pass right now. It's on PC. It's on everything.
I never played Plague Tale. I probably should. I heard they're good.
It's interesting. It's more of a like a puzzle stealth game.
Yeah,
It's very
I
stealth
know it's
focused.
not a triple A game. It's a double A game,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
so my expectations are,
It's very
are
polished.
set.
It's like it's a
Yeah.
story focused puzzle stealth game. So
I definitely need to check it out. I mean, it's on Game Pass, so it doesn't cost me anything but my time.
yeah.
I'll definitely check it out for sure. But you can check all of those games coming out for the month of October. I'm excited for Scorn, dude. I can't wait till Scorn comes out.
This will
I
be an
can't wait to
interesting
play
one.
it.
People have been talking about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's been announced for like years, dude. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
surprised. I completely forgot about it until like
I'm
they
pretty sure
talked
it
about
was
it.
like they announced it around the launch. Like that was when they showed off a lot during the Series X launch window.
I remember getting announced like before that.
Yeah, yeah, it was
I remember
before
hearing
that.
about it
But
forever ago.
they were like, look
Yeah.
at these dicks hanging off the walls.
Yeah. No, this looks cool. And some quickie news. Steam Deck is now available without a reservation. You can just order one, get it shipped to you. So that's cool. If all the hype didn't die down.
Yeah, interesting that the tweet they made about that is now gone. So I'm not sure what's up with that.
Ooh, oh no.
Links to
Oh
the
no.
getting 404 on that.
It's definitely still up though. Like I'm on Steam's website right now. I can buy a Steam
Yeah,
Deck like right now. So
yeah.
it's
They
weird they
removed
took the
that tweet and then they put up a new one. There's a new tweet.
that's it.
I don't
Okay.
know why. I guess the video they linked with that had a Switch emulator featured in it. So maybe that's why they
Ah,
got rid of it. I don't know.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But no, that's cool. Like it would be cool if like there wasn't already like other competition like creating very similar hardware.
Yes,
So
I bought one of those.
yeah, you're telling me.
Yeah. So I would be enjoying that.
Bayonetta, or sorry, Platinum Games just confirmed that Jennifer Hale is a new voice actress of Bayonetta. She voiced the female shepherd, I think. Am I making that up?
I think that was her. Naomi in Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yes. So I was wrong. I think it was someone else that was in Command that played a female shepherd in Mass Effect. Oh no, never mind. She does. She actually plays female shepherd in Mass Effect. But no,
Shepard.
Jennifer Hale's cool. Jennifer Hale's cool, so I'm fine with that. I do. It is kind of a bummer to hear that the same voice actress isn't coming back for this game, but I'm just happy Bayonetta 3 is happening. So I'm not going to complain. I'm definitely going to be picking that game up. I love me some Bayonetta. Jennifer Hale's a great actress, so good on her. I
Yeah.
can't wait to see that. Um, there's a PS5 exploit and a new WebKit vulnerability just got released. Those of you who don't know, PS5 basically just got jailbroken within this last week.
Yeah. So you can't really do anything with it yet.
Yeah.
But they found an exploit that allows you to get into the dev mode in PS5, and you can they have read and write access, so you can install stuff into the system
Yep.
using the package manager. This is for firmware. You have to be on a specific firmware, by the way.
Yeah.
It's like 4.5 or below. Usually, the lower you are, the better you are. I think it works on 4.51 too. So, but you can
Yeah.
see people like they install the PT package.
Yeah, I saw that too. That's
Yeah,
cool.
but you can't launch it. So that's still
Yeah,
another
it's
thing they got to figure out.
yeah, it's a very recent exploit. So
Yeah.
the actual like the potential's there, just no one's taken advantage of it yet. So I'm sure like in a couple of weeks, I've seen some pretty cool shit.
Post a link for that for anyone who wants to fuck up their PS5.
Yeah, I mean it's your system. You paid for it,
Yeah.
so you should be able to do whatever you want with it.
I hacked my PS3 when that shit was popping, and I did some nefarious deeds with it, and then like Sony sent me like an email.
Oh yeah.
Like their book lover Uwu is in the chat, said hello. I think I'm the only one watching this. We do this live, Gameoverse.com. We do this live, book lover. So people, if you're not watching live, you can always watch it later, which a lot of people do, or people will go.
Yeah.
It's on Spotify or on
Yeah,
whatever.
Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast too. So
Google, whatever you're on,
yeah,
we're
so
on
check
it.
us
So
out. It's good to see you here, book lover, my
we
buddy.
love the live chatters though,
Yeah,
because
we
you
do.
throw stuff at us and we'll talk about it. If there's something's happening, you want us to discuss something, just throw it at us. You know we'll discuss that.
Yeah, for sure. But no, it's cool to see this jailbreak happen. Like again, like nothing big has popped off with it yet, but in the
I
next couple of weeks, we'll start
I
seeing some
like
cool
being
shit, I
able to
think.
do what I want with my hardware.
I'm the same way. Like I'll never really take advantage of it, but I like it the
Yeah.
options there.
It was one of the things where I was like, remember that like Epic versus Apple thing? Where I was like,
Yeah.
Epic is like, for all the fucked up shit that people think they do, this is one I can get behind. Where it's like, yeah, you should be able to just do whatever you want with your device. Like it shouldn't be this like walled garden of no, only the apps we say you can install. Oh, you don't like it? Get the fuck off our platform. Like
Even
that's
then, like I can defend that to an extent, but for them to like punish Epic for having their own way to like purchase their like what is it? Those Fortnite bucks or whatever,
yeah,
V
yeah,
bucks.
yeah, yeah. At the end of the
For
day,
Apple to get like butthurt that like they can't go through their store to do it, like that's bullshit.
at the end of the day, it was all about them making their money.
Yeah.
Like that's what it was all about. But at the same time, it is they try to defend it by saying, "Oh, look at what Apple's not allowing you to do,"
Yeah.
which is kind of shitty. But at the same time, it's like still it would be a win for the consumer.
I agree.
So
I agree. I agree. Speaking of which, PlayStation 2 is now supported platform on RetroArch. Over 80 sets of achievements.
retro
Yeah, retro
achievements.
achievements. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
retro
really cool.
achievements.
I
Yeah, it is cool.
I use retro achievements a lot just because I don't know, it's fun just getting achievements in games that didn't originally have support for them. So, getting Super Nintendo achievements and NES games, GBA, all kinds of everything basically. PS1 recently came and now PS2 is also a thing, which they thought was not possible. There's a lot of complexity, and once you get up in these more complex games, it's harder to. There's a lot going on in memory, so it's harder to find these like memory
Yeah.
addresses to say, oh, you got fucking 50 rings. Here's an achievement. It's more harder to do
Yeah.
that. 'Cause there's a
Oh
lot
yeah.
more.
Which is it's cool that it's happening. Like I think it's really neat. And achievements are fun, dude. It's like a little dopamine rush when you get an achievement. Like
Yeah,
it's cool to see this. Like it's really cool to see that. So I can't wait for like more games to get supported on this.
yeah,
As an Onimusha fan, I see Onimusha 1 and Onimusha 3 are on there,
yeah,
but not 2 or Dawn of Dreams. So they still got some work to do. But
yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
So it's only through the PCSX2 emulator, and the other thing they don't talk about when it comes to retro achievements is that you have to be online to get the achievements.
Oh yeah.
you cannot you cannot play these offline and get achievement. It has to like authenticate or some shit like that. But like I don't care about. I think they want to do it because it makes it the system fair for everyone, so they can
Yeah.
authenticate and make sure you're not doing anything bad. But I'm like, that's the
Which
one problem.
I get it, but like this isn't
I don't care about
this
anyone
isn't like
else. It's like for me,
yeah.
you know. It's for me. It's for my records
Yeah.
only. I'm not. I don't want to
Y-
compare with anyone.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
not like we're setting speedrunning records here. They need to be like authenticated. It's just I'm looking at like the Onimusha achievement list. It's like if I got like the Thunder Orb, I should be able to just acknowledge that. It doesn't matter to anyone
yeah,
else to know that, but
yeah,
whatever. But whatever. It's cool that it's happening. And that they come out with like 80 different games for it. Like that's really cool. Like I don't want to scoff at the achievement here. Pun intended.
yeah.
um, but no, this is
It's
cool.
just launched, so there's still
Yeah.
it's a whole community based thing. So you can make your own. If there's a game that's not supported yet, you can literally just load it up, make your own achievements, and then publish it out on the system. So
Yeah.
and I tried it a little bit for Aero Fighters Assault on
Yeah.
N64, and it's a pretty if you remember, if you ever use like a cheat engine, it's a lot like that, where you're changing values and you're scanning for that changed
Yeah.
value, and then you change it again, and you scan again, and you change it again, you scan until you find that one value that's the one you're looking for. Uh, so it's kind of fun to kind of just make your own achievements and stuff. So
It's cool.
Book Lover Uwu says, my sister has a PS5. I have a PS4. I'm gonna say you're in the right there, Book Lover. In my eyes, there's no reason to have a PS5 yet.
I agree.
Yet.
Yeah, I agree. Like they haven't released that like killer app yet that like makes me need to get a PS5. At least for
Yeah.
me, they didn't.
Especially if you already have a PS4, because
Yeah.
a PS5 is just a PS4 with better performance. It's a 60 FPS PS4.
Yeah, basically. I mean, they have a couple exclusives on. The new Ratchet and Clank is dope, but
Yeah.
there's nothing that's come out yet that's like making it worth buying a PS5, at least for me. In other news, I want to talk about this. The new Super Mario Brothers movie just got its first trailer,
Here we go.
and it was really cool. I liked what I was watching here. The opening was really neat. Jack Black is a great Bowser. I was into
Oh, yes.
everything
In true
until
Nintendo
Mario.
fashion,
Yeah,
by the way, in true Nintendo fashion, they put this video out, and no one has a direct feed of it. It's like 720p, like from a stream capture. It's like the worst quality you can have for your launch video trailer of your upcoming
yeah,
movie. I'm sorry, I just had to mention that. Fucking garbage quality this is in. Like no 4K,
yeah,
no nothing. It's just like garbage quality. Anyway, continue.
yeah. I was really into everything I was seeing here. It's the jokes were hitting me. Again, Jack Black's a great Bowser. I was super into it until like Mario started talking.
Yeah,
It's just Chris Pratt like doing his Chris Pratt thing. Like
yeah. I like that before, like when it was announced it was Chris Pratt, he was like, "Don't worry, guys, it's gonna be Mario like you've never seen him before." Like he was hyping it up to be like, oh, "Okay, he's gonna do something with this."
no, he's
No,
just doing his Chris Pratt thing.
he's just
At
Chris
least
Pratt.
like at least I give him like I understand like the Mario like it's a me a Mario like, that would get annoying for like a movie,
Yeah,
but like do something like he's supposed to be
yeah.
like from New York, right? With New Donk City is like a stand-in for New York. Give him like a New York accent at least. Like
That's what they did in
I
the
would love to
Mario.
see that.
Like that's what they did in the cartoon. You're like, "Hey, Luigi, it's Mario here." Like that's what he did. He
Yeah,
was
I would
like,
love to see that. Just have him walking. Yo, it's me, a Mario. This is my
"Yeah,
brother
yeah,
Luigi. Like that would have been fine. Like, but no, they didn't even do that. Like it's just Chris Pratt being Chris Pratt, and I'm like, I think it's gonna hold the movie back a little bit, but
I think
it
it'll be
still looks
fine."
cool. it still looks cool. Like again, like I'm really impressed with what they're showing off here. I think it's weird that like it's got like an isekai setup, from him like landing in like mushroom, like
Yeah, like he's
you
not
know,
from Mushroom Kingdom.
yeah.
Uh,
Which I think was like how the original games were, because like New Donk City like was this thing. Like he was like a construction worker in New Donk City, and then a plumber, and then like the new Super Mario Brothers stuff like started happening with the Mushroom Kingdom. So maybe I don't know. I don't know too much about Mario lore, so maybe this like makes more sense with like the past games. But even then, like I don't know. I feel like I'm just nitpicking stuff. Like this looks, at the end of the day, it looks fine.
yeah,
Like the cast is pretty stacked. Like I said, Jack Black is a fucking great Bowser. I feel like he's really trying with Bowser. I can't wait to see what Seth Rogen sounds like as like Donkey Kong. That'll be fun as hell.
oh yeah,
I think that's gonna be fun. Charlie Day is gonna make a really funny Luigi. Sebastian Maniscalco is playing like Spike in this movie, and he's got like that New York like, Italian accent. So I'm like, if he could do it, why can't like Chris Pratt? But whatever. I feel like I feel like I'm more butthurt over that than I should be. But at the end of the day, it looks fun. Like it looks like a fun movie. It's really funny. Again, that whole like that first like minute and a half with Bowser was just fucking great. I loved every part of that.
yeah.
So
I like
I'm
how
gonna
they
check
set
it
it
out,
up
man.
like they set it up like a Game of Thrones like like finale, where it's like, yeah, everyone's lined up. We're about to go to war,
Yeah,
and
I
then
love that.
they just make it like funny. Yeah,
Yeah, like the way they throw like snowballs at me just sitting there, like whatever. This is so funny.
yeah. So yeah, it looks cool. It's like Sonic, like the same thing about the Sonic movie. It's kind of the same thing where uh, Sonic was from his world, and then he transferred into the real world, and he's like, "Oh, what's all this? What's going on? Oh, what's that over there?" And then so it's kind of like I feel like they're doing like the same thing but opposite, where it's like Mario's from his world, but even in like the Mario world, like New Donk City, they're not real Mario. There's no one that looks like Mario ever.
Yeah, so I want
Like
to see what they do with that.
yeah, so it'd be interesting to see where Mario
Yeah,
comes
it'll be
from.
interesting to see. Yeah, I mean, this looks cool. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm shitting on it because at the end of the day, I am impressed with the trailer and I like what I'm seeing here. I'm not the only one though. Like, everyone I've looked at like on TikTok was like super into it until Mario started talking. So I guess I'm not the only one that
Yeah,
is
I think
disappointed
it's
with Chris
fine.
Pratt.
I think it's fine, but
I mean,
it
it's fine,
was
but I
I
wanted
didn't
more than
notice the
fine.
I didn't notice. It's not like I didn't notice. I was like, oh, he's just okay. He's just doing Chris Pratt, but
Yeah,
it's fine.
book lover sees to go. Bye, book lover. Have fun at your birthday party. But no, this looks cool. Like I'm excited for it still. Like I can't wait till this comes out. It comes out on April 7th, 2023. So pretty soon next year we'll get to see that movie. It'll be a good like interim for when the Sonic 3 movie comes out.
Yeah, which by the my dude Tony was like, yo, you see that Sonic 2 movie? And I was like, not yet. And he was like, yo, that movie straight bomb. I was like, really? Better than the first one, which the first one was pretty good.
I thought 2 was pretty good too. I thought it was really funny. I liked it. There's a couple like things if you pay too much attention to it, you're just like, okay, that's how did that happen?
Yeah.
But if you just sit back, it's a lean back movie. Just sit back, relax, enjoy it. There's a lot of fun to be had with it.
I still
I'd
have to
say
watch it, but I didn't even
it's
know that.
fun.
I didn't even know the third one was happening. I didn't even know they were doing a third one.
They tease a third one at the end of the second one. I'm not going to spoil it, but yeah.
The stream they shut the stream down for showing. I guess for showing this.
Did they really?
I don't know if they shut it down, but as it was interrupted.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
when
annoying.
after it's no longer streamed, streams are automatically re-enabled. So
Okay, that's good. That's still annoying. Like,
yeah, that's pretty funny.
we didn't even
Oh,
play audio from it. We were just like showing like clips, but whatever. Okay.
We're done with that anyway.
Yeah, we're done with it. Need for Speed Unbound got a trailer.
Yeah, featuring
You're,
ASAP Rocky.
I was not expecting that. Like,
Well, no one was expecting anything about this, aside
yeah,
from it did leak a little bit, but uh, this looks insane.
yes, I love the fucking style for this. It's very stylized. Got this like, it kind of reminds me of like Street Fighter 6. How it's got this like
Yeah,
hip hop, like graffiti, urban, like decal over all the effects. I
yeah.
hope that stuff is actually in the game.
It is because some of the pre-order content is like customization for that stuff, like different wings and
Oh, I love that.
color. Yeah, so like every time you hit a ramp, you hit a big ass ramp, your wings come out.
I think it's really cool the art style here because like the characters are all like cell shaded, but the cars are like really realistic, and so is the road and everything. That's a really neat like style here,
Yeah,
which I didn't think would work until you saw like all the graffiti decal stuff on the effects. Like something about all those working together. It's a very cohesive look. I like it. It's I love this style so far.
yeah. I mean, this might get people back into Need for Speed. I know they've had
I've
a rough
never
couple
played
of.
Need for Speed, so
You've
this might get
never
me
played
into
Need for
it.
Speed?
No, I'm not a big racing game fan,
Oh no.
but this looks fun, dude. This looks cool as hell.
Yeah, especially with like ASAP Rocky involved. I mean, the soundtrack better not disappoint. I mean, they've
Yeah.
always had pretty good soundtracks in these games, so I can't
I
even lie
wonder if
about
it's all
that.
going to be licensed music or if he's like,
Usually
scoring
is,
it.
but well, I would assume he would be. I'm assuming he's involved, like making original music for it,
I
but
would
not
love
just
to see
him.
that.
Like I would
Yeah.
assume it's not just him though.
Yeah. This looks cool. And the music that's playing to the trailer fucking slaps too.
Yeah, yeah. Like
God damn. That goes hard, dude.
yeah. So yeah, that's coming out soon. Pretty
Yeah.
soon it's coming out. It's quick turnaround time on this.
Yeah, December 2nd. So I'm excited, dude. This looks good as fuck. I might actually pick this up. And another thing I was super excited for, Dead Space remake, got an official gameplay trailer. That's at the drop January
Yeah.
27th.
Now you tell me, because I watched this trailer and I was like, is this a remake or just a really good remaster? Because some of the stuff I've seen now, I've only played the demo for Dead Space, so I've played it a little bit. But some of the stuff that I played in that demo, I'm noticing almost shot for shot some of these scenes in this. Like the part where that like he's getting like dragged by the tentacle and you're shooting. I'm like, I kind of remember. Now, I've not played this game in a very long time. I only played the demo, but that scene specifically is in the demo, so I know that scene, and I I remember that looking
It's been a
very
while since I
similar.
played it. It's been a while since I played it, but there's some stuff here I'm seeing that like look familiar.
Yeah.
There's some other stuff I'm seeing that like looks kind of new.
Okay.
So the environments like look a little bit different. There's some stuff here I'm not recognizing like later in the trailer. It's been a minute since I played it, but this looks like a new game, honestly. Like graphically speaking, this looks like a new game.
Oh,
Like,
graphically, of course.
yeah.
Graphically, sure. But
And animation wise, it's moving a little bit different. I've noticed like it doesn't have the same like walk cycle. This looks a little bit more detailed, a little bit more motion capture work went into it. So this feels like an actual like remake to me. It's not like Halo where it's the same game with like a new texture running over. Like this looks like a different game.
yeah, but some of these games can come out and just kind of blur the line between what a remake is and what a remaster is. Like, The Last of Us. I would consider that just a very highly produced remaster.
Yeah. So we'll see when this comes out. Like, it's been a while since I played it too, but I'm seeing some stuff here I don't recognize.
Okay.
So I'm definitely gonna check this out, dude.
It's
Like, I
like
don't know
this.
how
Is this scene
this.
specifically for me where he's getting like dragged by his tentacle? Like I remember this. I mean, that's a highlight moment in the game. So, but I remember that. Not that they can't just do it again, but I figured they would do it a little. They did do it again. They would do it a little differently. I don't know.
I feel like it's gonna be different once the game like comes out. Like, even the way it's like moving doesn't look shot for shot to me.
Okay.
So we'll see when it comes out. Like, it's been a while since I played it, so I'm not entirely sure. But we'll see when it comes out. This looks cool. Like, I don't know how Callista Protocol is gonna like is
Yeah.
gonna make any money with this game coming out. When is that set to drop? I totally.
I think it's this year. I think it's coming out before this.
According to Google, December 2nd. So yeah, like a month before this. Ooh, ballsy move, dude. Let's see if it pays off for him. But
Yeah. I mean, it's wise to get out before this. I think so.
I think so too. Yeah, because once like this comes out, no one's gonna touch Callisto Protocol.
Well, you never
I
know.
bet the shit on it.
Maybe this comes out and it's garbage. You know.
Maybe, maybe, but we'll see. Highly unlikely though. But we'll see.
It's like a cheap imitation of the real thing, which is the Callisto Protocol. So.
I mean, that's from all the gameplay trailers I've seen of Callisto Protocol. That's what Callisto Protocol looks like. Um, I told you my complaint with it, right? Is that like
Yeah, like everything's
there's
built.
it's
It's like built to be a game and not like it has a purpose in the environment.
yeah, like everything in Callisto Protocol is there because it's scary. Like, like the quote that like Onion video. Did you ever watch that Onion video I sent you, by the way?
Um, no, wait, which one? I remember the one. I don't think you sent one. I think you sent one for the Evil Within.
Yeah, like that's what it reminds me of. Because even
Okay.
within, they're kind of joking about it, like, oh, it's because it's scary. Like,
Yeah.
there was no thought to like the psychology in it. It's just, guys with like barbed wire on their faces are scary. So that's why it's in the game.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling the same thing like Callisto Protocol, like, these spike walls and spinning death traps because it's scary. Where, with Dead Space, it's a fucking space station. It's a mining station that's actually falling apart. So
Yeah.
it feels very authentic in that. I talked about this like last show, so I'm not gonna go too much detail, but yeah, the more and more I see Callisto Protocol, the more and more obvious it seems like it's just like riding the coattails of Dead Space and they're trying to be its own thing. So I mean, we'll see when it comes out. I could be totally wrong. The Callisto Protocol could be like the breath of fresh air that Dead Space needed, and the actual remake could have been like a cheap like rehash that didn't need to happen. But we'll see. It's not looking like that for what they've shown off, but we'll see. We got some game releases coming out. We got 9 Years of Shadows dropping October 10th. This
We're
looks
actually going
crazy.
to. I'm doing a marathon. I'm doing a demo derby after
Yes.
a little later today. So this is one of the games that we will be checking out.
Dope. I'll definitely come and say hi. I don't know if I'll be able to make it for the whole derby, but I'll come in and say hi and go over some shit with you. This will be cool. I love checking out like these demo derbies, man. I downloaded
Yeah.
Spectre game, so you can maybe give that a shot later
Yes.
if you have time. But no, this looks cool. 9 Years of Shadows. It's very colorful. I like it, but we'll see. I mean, we'll play that during the demo derby. October 11th, we got Asterigos Curse of the Stars. That's that. It's a Souls-like, but it
Yeah.
looks like a Pixar movie.
Oh, there's another one. Yeah, we're gonna be checking this one
Yeah.
out too. So
Yeah, that one looks cool. I want to check that one out. Kamiwaza Way of the Thief. This looks like Tenchu, right?
Let's see. Kamiwaza. The logo looks like Tenchu. uh, I never got into Tenchu. I just uh, I don't know. Was not my style of stealth game.
Yeah, same. I didn't really get into it, but this looks like Tenchu. But it looks more like it's focusing more on the thief stuff, the stealing stuff, and less
Looks like
on
a
like
Looks like a PSP game.
a little bit. Yeah. Then we got No More Heroes 3 releasing on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series X. I
Everything.
forgot that this game came out. Yeah, I forgot this game came out, and now it's coming out on like everything. It was on Switch for
Great.
like what, like 2 years now?
Coming out with stuff that I would actually play it on.
Yeah. The other No More Heroes games are already on Steam, right? Like one and
They
two.
are. Yeah.
So there you go. Play through all of them. October 13th, we got Asterix and Obelix XXXL. What is that? That's like,
Those games are old. I remember those games on the Super Nintendo.
yeah,
This
these are
might
old.
be yeah, these might be like remakes.
I thought XXXL was supposed to be like Roman numerals for something, but I think it's just like
Porn game.
a name. Yeah, just more game. Yeah. What is this? This is like a,
They're like platformers, I think.
well, this is like a isometric action game.
No video. There's no like trailer.
And there's no video, so I can't see what it plays like, but it's got like that Diablo camera. I don't know what this is. But you can pick it up when that comes out on the 13th. Darkest Tales releases on PC and Xbox One. This is like a fantasy like 2D platformer where he plays like a teddy bear. Cool concept. I don't know like how far this game goes. According to tags here, it's a action adventure dark fantasy platformer. Could be cool. Not my cup of tea though. The Eternal Cylinders coming out PS5 and Xbox Series X.
The Eternal Cylinder. That's just a weird name. A
It's
weird name.
getting a. If you watch this trailer, it's got like nines out of tens
What?
from like Destructoid and PC Invasion.
Oh, PC Invasion, the
Yeah.
definitive source for all.
Rock Paper Shotguns is outlandish and delightful.
What is this? It looks like a
Yeah, this is weird.
what was that Peter Molyneux game that was where you create creatures and you make them fuck and then you get new
What about
creatures.
Spore?
Spore. It looks like
That
Spore.
wasn't Peter Molyneux, was it?
It wasn't.
I don't think so.
It looks like Spore. Oh, there's the cylinder. There's like a
Yeah.
giant cylinder that like chases you.
Yeah, this is like it's like a survival game. It's an
Okay.
open world, surreal survival game. This could be interesting. This could be interesting. This is weird, like a cool weird.
Yeah, I don't really understand. I'm not getting a lot of info from this trailer.
Yeah, same. Next, we got The Last Oricru. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. It's an RPG with strong emphasis on storytelling and player choice, like every other RPG ever.
Yeah,
Um, but it's designed as both a single player and co-op experience. It's
that's cool.
some of the tags here show action RPG, co-op, sci-fi, choices matter. I'm not seeing any gameplay. Why does it play like a Souls-like? I'm
It looks
like
like a
not
Souls
seeing
like.
like, yeah,
There's a little bit of gameplay weaved into like these cinematic stuff. Oh, it's
yeah.
very Souls. It's
It's
very
very
much a Souls
Souls-like,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, like that door
Which a
opening
co-op
animation.
Souls-like could be cool.
Well, that's what a Souls like is. Like loose co-op is like you summon a guy and then I wouldn't necessarily call that co-op though, but
So the description says the game is designed as both single player and a co-op experience.
yeah, I know it
So
says
I
that, but
I don't know if that means like it's an actual like co-op game. I thought I saw like split screen in that trailer, but I think I might be going crazy. Oh, this could be cool. This could be cool. But I don't know. Lost Eidolons. This is another like Souls-like, isn't it? Oh no, it's a tactical RPG.
I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out to. Um, but no, you take control of a mercenary camp and lead it from fight to fight in classic turn-based battlefield combat. I'm sure this game is going to appeal to somebody. That someone's not me though. I'm not a fan of like turn-based strategy games,
Yeah. Looks
except
like
for like, except for like, God damn it, it's Aliens. What is it?
XCOM.
Yeah, except for XCOM, but like
This
XCOM like
this
did a lot to like separate itself from like normal turn-based games.
this looks like a medieval Fire Emblem.
Yeah, a little bit, which I'm not into. I've tried getting a Fire Emblem multiple times.
Yeah, I it does not hit me at all.
Yeah, oh well. So next, Trifox. This looks cool. It's a twin stick shooter action adventure with like 3 different
Yeah,
playable characters.
I played
This looks neat.
this
Yeah, is it good?
last demo derby. I played this.
Yeah, is it good?
It's really cool. Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah.
Fun little twin stick shooter. A little Borderlandsy. It's got like a lot of like loot. It's like a loot game, I think.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, this looks cool. I want to check it out now.
oh, they changed this a lot since I played it.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Next, we got WRC Generations. Don't ask me what WRC stands for because I don't know.
World
I've
Rally Championship.
wait, really? Where'd you see that?
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
You're just guessing.
Yeah.
That could be it. But no, it's a racing game. It's a realistic racing simulation game, which not my cup of tea, but I'm sure it's going to appeal to somebody.
The most comprehensive, realistic, and demanding rally simulation ever developed.
Yeah, I think that's what every other like rally simulation game says, but whatever. Rally simulation is like one of those things I didn't know there was like a huge like demand for it, but apparently there is. Because
Yeah.
these games come out and they do gangbusters, dude. Like
Rally
I don't
is
know who's
cool.
playing all of them.
It's one of those that it's like Rally demands a lot of you
Yeah,
to
it
do it
does.
to do it right, to do it well.
Yeah, yeah,
So I can see the appeal because it's a high skill.
yeah,
And it's very rewarding when you have the skill to pull it off.
yeah.
Uh,
I'm sure there's like people who like look at fighting games the same way. That are like, I don't
yeah,
know how you
yeah,
can be
yeah,
into that. So,
yeah.
but no, I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, that's coming out for everything October 13th. Then October 14th, they got Dragon Ball The Breakers. That's the Dragon Ball like asymmetrical like
Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight style
Yeah.
game. Yeah,
This
this is
looks
cool.
interesting.
Yeah,
When they showed it off, I was like, this is insane that you even came up with this.
yeah. It's such a cool idea. Like you're just normal people surviving like before like the Dragon Ball team could show up and like take out the bad guy.
Yeah.
This is cool. I like this idea here. And this is not expensive. There's only $20.
I might have to check this out.
Yeah, I have to check it out too, dude. Like this looks cool as hell.
Cell, Frieza, and Boo.
Yeah, I'm into this. I'm into this. NHL 23 is also releasing on everything October 14th.
Yes.
It's NHL, man. If you played NHL up to now, like that's it's another NHL game. So go check that out when that drops. And there's nothing I can do to like convince you one way or the other if you already had an opinion on it. PGA Tour 2K23 is also releasing same day. Ballsy move, man. 2 sports games same day.
Both 2K
Different
games. I
demographic.
mean, it's
Yeah,
gonna
both 2K
cannibalize
games. Yeah,
themselves.
yeah.
Is that NHL 2K? I don't think that is.
I think it is.
Yeah,
The
no, it's
point
not.
being, I don't know if there's a lot of overlap between like hockey fans and golf fans, but we'll see when they come out. Golf is so fucking boring.
It
I've
really
tried
is.
like
Yeah.
I tried like my a buddy of mine invited me over to his place to watch some golf like championship with them, and I was
Okay, I would.
just
Watching
bored.
golf is something you should never do. Playing golf though is something you should do because all you do is just get drunk as fuck and then like drive the carts around.
I will argue that Top Golf is like the best part of it. It's just driving balls. You
I
can get
yeah.
drunk, but you don't have to move from hole to hole. You're just hitting a ball as hard as you can,
Oh,
as
they
far as
have
you
they
can.
have Top Golf in this too. They're showing a
They
little
do.
Top Golf here.
Oh, so there you go. That's the way to play golf, dude.
But no,
Um,
because you can't. Can you get drunk when you play Top Golf?
yeah,
Part of what I like the golf is that you get drunk and then like you drive the cart and you
yeah.
try to flip it.
Top Golf is like it's bar. They got a bar and restaurant in it. At least the one
Oh,
I went
okay,
to.
okay.
My buddies took me for like my bachelor parties. Went all around Tucson and went to a bunch of different places. We started at Top Golf and worked our way through like bars and stuff. I
Tiger
was so
Woods on the
fucking
cover
drunk
of
I could barely
this.
hold it. Tiger wasn't even on the cover of like any golf
Yeah,
game.
I thought he was a controversial figure now, but
Well, he didn't like. If you compare to like other controversial figures, like all he did. I don't want to sound like I'm dismissing him, but all he did was cheat on his wife with other consensual
all he
women.
did, yeah.
Which I say that people are like, "How dare you?" Well, if you look at like, he's not Harvey Weinstein, dude. He's not Ezra Miller, dude. He's not Mel Gibson, dude. He didn't say the N word on TV like that dude from like Seinfeld.
Yeah,
He didn't like wish death to Jews like Mel Gibson did. He just like he did what every celebrity does. He like cheated on the wife he had before he got famous.
yeah.
Which like, do I condone it? No, absolutely not. But you know, compare Ezra Miller came back to Flash for reshoots after all the shit he did. I think Tiger Woods could still play golf.
Yeah. Shouts out
Have you been
to
hearing about the Ezra Miller shit? Like, it's
no,
fucking crazy,
I don't even
dude.
know who that is.
He plays the Flash. I say he. They go by they.
Okay.
They're non-binary, but they played the Flash in the Justice League movies, and they got a new Flash movie coming out. And we're talking about controversial figures, dude. It started out in like 2019, where like they choked out somebody in Hawaii, and
Okay.
they said it was self-defense, but then a week later it happened again with someone else.
No, self defense. I swear.
And now all these people are coming out like, oh, he tried to like kidnap my kid. Like he invited me to
Self
live on his
defense.
weed farm. He left open
Self
firearm. He left
defense.
like loaded firearms around that my kid can play with.
Self defense.
Like all kinds of crazy shit, dude. Like look it up. Ezra Miller did some crazy shit, and it surprises me. Like they're coming back to do reshoots of the new Flash movie. They did an apology video. They're like, I'm having some mental health issues. I'm seeing a psychiatrist. Like, did you start like a cult? Like,
Wow.
you know, like most mental health issues, people like don't clean their house or like sleep in all day, or maybe go on like a spending spree. They don't start a cult, abduct children.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a story that like someone invited them into their house, and they were playing like Risk or something, and they're like, "Oh, Risk is like a Jamaican game, so if you play it and you're not Jamaican, it's like cultural appropriation." And they had someone at the house who's like actually from Jamaica, and they're like, "Actually, that's not true." And they like flipped shit and started like yelling at them and like saying they're trying to
I,
censor them. It's so weird, dude. Like all these stories are coming out of them just being a weird person.
is what is Risk really a Jamaican game?
I don't fucking know. Apparently, Ezra Miller didn't know either. I'm trying to like find the
Yeah.
fucking like incident, but all these people are coming out who like live in Hawaii. I guess they hang out in Hawaii a lot. So some people on the island like know him, and all these people are coming out like, oh yeah, they tried to kidnap my kid. Like my kid's like 13, and they're like texting him, asking him like trying to
What are
get
you
him on a
wearing?
plane to California. Yeah, it's like so weird. All this shit that like
If
that's
you
coming out.
if you wait long enough, people will forget.
Maybe, but it's weird to me. The point is, they still have a career. They still have a movie coming out. I think like Tiger Woods could like still play golf.
Yeah.
But yeah, PGA Tour 2K23. Saint Qatar is also coming out October 14th for everything. This is a Choices Matter detective game, according to the tags here on Steam.
Yeah.
Not my cup of tea, you know.
Yeah.
It's like a very old school point and click adventure game. Again, not my cup of tea, but I can see there's someone out there who's like dying for a game like this. Scorn, talked about already. That's coming out PC, Xbox Series X. Can't wait. I'm gonna play that day one for sure. And then Trifox is dropping for PC, Xbox One, and Series X, as opposed to the Switch version coming out the day before.
How do they do that?
I don't know why they do that. Yeah, it's weird. This looks like a Switch game for sure, but
Definitely.
I don't know why it has to come out on Switch first. I don't know if Nintendo like gave them money to do that or what, but whatever.
Hot. You gotta get that exclusivity.
Yeah, for like a whole 24 hours, but whatever. But no, that's gonna do it though. That's the show. Thank you everybody who is here in the show saying hi to us.
Yeah.
We can expect to see an archive of the show in the next like what couple hours. We'll see it.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah, that'll be up, and then we'll be streaming. Hopefully for like 6 hours. I'm gonna do Demo Derby, a marathon of the demos available in the Steam Next Fest. So a lot of good stuff in there. A lot of games that you know, and a lot of games you don't know. So
yeah, I can't wait to check some of these out, dude.
Gonna be checking out video games. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be wet. So
for sure.
Get in there.
Emphasis on the wet.
Yes. So Gameoverse.com/Twitch, Gameoverse.com/.
Oh, where the hell is Spectre? Hold on, I don't see Spectre anymore. Oh, never mind. There it is. I'm dumb. Continue.
Yeah, don't scare me like that, because I'm dying to play Spectre. That might be the first game that I play. So they're gonna be starting that at 6 p.m. my time, which is about
like 5 p.m. my time.
About 6 hours from now. 6.5 hours from right now.
Well, it gives me time to like take a nap, walk my dog, take a dump.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Good. I got a bunch of shit to do today, so I should still be on later tonight. But I'll let you know if anything changes.
All right.
All right. Peace out, everybody. Be cool. Yeah, everybody, be cool. Be safe. Be excellent to each other. Get vaccinated if you can. And yeah, we'll see you guys in a couple hours.
All right.